Hey friends, I hope you guys had a really fun long weekend. It was beautiful out. Um, we had a great long weekend. We did lots of bike riding and we tried to fly a kite. And here's a fun story. I was trying to fly a kite in the field with Ellie and Annika, and it was really windy, so the kite was being really wild. And then um, somebody rode up on a bike with their dad, and I heard a voice say, "I like your kite." And I thought, "Oh, I recognize that voice." And I turned, and it was Zephram. We were riding in the same park at the same time on Sunday, so it was so cool to get to see you and to say hi. And I got to see him ride a two-wheeler, and he saw us try to fly a kite. We weren't very good at it. Um, Today we have a fun book. You guys know this book. It's called The Bad Mood and the Stick, and it's by Lemony Snicket. And the art is by Matthew Forsyth, and I love the art in this book. And it says, "Sometimes it takes a bad mood to make everything right." So there's the back of the book. And then I think we saw this one in class, but remember how sometimes if you take like it's called a book jacket for the cover. Sometimes it's the exact same underneath, and sometimes it's not the exact same underneath. And do you guys remember? This one was totally different underneath. It has all the people that stick and the bad mood meet in it. So the bad mood and the stick. And it says on the inside, sometimes it gives us like a little bit of writing about it. It says, "Once there was a bad mood and a stick. The stick appeared when a tree dropped it. Where did the bad mood come from? Who picked up the stick? And where is the bad mood off to now? You never know what is going to happen." So here we go. And it says, "This bad mood belongs to," I should write my name on there. "Once there was a stick and a bad mood. The stick was on the ground, and the bad mood was with a girl named Curly." Ooh, she's not having a good time. Curly had been in a bad mood for 2 hours since she had seen an ice cream store but hadn't gotten any ice cream. The stick had been on the ground since last night when the tree dropped it. There they are. It's one of my favorite pages, right? Because there's no words on it. I like just looking at the picture. She's looking at that stick. I wonder what she's thinking. Curly picked up the stick and used it to poke her brother. "That's not nice," said her mother. "Apologize to Napoleon and throw that stick in the bushes." Ooh, do you see where the bad mood's looking? Curly had really enjoyed poking her brother Napoleon so much that her bad mood was gone. Her mother was carrying it now. "Humph," she said, which is a bad mood noise. The stick didn't say anything. Even when a raccoon picked it up. Who knows what the raccoon wanted to do with the stick? But he ran out of the bushes and frightened an old man named Lou. "Holy moly," said Lou, which is what he always said when something exciting happened, and his feet did a little dance. And he fell into a puddle. Curly's mother couldn't help herself and started to laugh. Her bad mood was gone. Do you remember where the bad mood moves to? Lou had it. The sound of all that laughter startled the raccoon, and he dropped the stick in the mud. "Look at my pants," said Lou, which was his bad mood noise. "They're a muddy, awful mess." The stick didn't answer. Lou went right to the dry cleaners. A lady named Mrs. Durham was the head of the establishment, with a pencil behind her ear. "Take that pencil out of your ear," said Lou. "You gotta wash these pants and wash 'em quick. I'll stand right here in my underwear until you're done." "You will do no such thing," said Mrs. Durham. "This is a family place." Uh-oh, look at the bad mood over his head. But Lou already had his pants off. "Here you go," he said. "They're a muddy, awful mess." "Ugh," said Mrs. Durham, looking at the pants and looking at Lou. And you would think that the bad mood would have moved on to her. But it didn't. She took one look at Lou in his underwear, and the bad mood flew right out the window. You never know what is going to happen. Same thing with the stick. You would never guess, but some kind of bug made a brightly colored cocoon on it. "Well, look at that," said Bert, and picked it up to look at it better. There he is. He took it back to his ice cream store and he put it on display. "That's sure unusual," said Curly's mother when they walked by. "What do you say, kids? Let's all have some ice cream." Hey, that was why Curly was in such a bad mood at the beginning, because she didn't get ice cream. Curly had fudge ripple, and Napoleon had mint chip, and Curly's mother ordered vanilla yogurt, but then she changed her mind and she had fudge ripple too. This didn't bother Bert. The bad mood was nowhere around. By the time Lou arrived with his pants all cleaned and pressed, he wanted a double scoop, and so did Mrs. Durham. "Holy moly," said Lou, "do I love ice cream." Mrs. Durham smiled. "Same here," she said. Uh-oh, who has the bad mood now? And 3 years later, they were married. The wedding was right there in the park, and everyone in this book was invited, even the raccoon. Curly and Napoleon carried the flowers, and they did great. You never know what's going to happen. By then, the bad mood had been all around the world. Look at all the different people it had been to. Even like an anteater. Looks like a fisherman, some fish, a worm, a baby. It says, "You yourself have had it several times." The stick, however, stayed in the ice cream store. The cocoon had opened a long time ago, and Bert had helped the bug fly out into the world. But the stick he kept right there. It put him in a good mood. Look what he did when he was in a good mood. He gave her a triple scoop of ice cream. Uh-oh. What's gonna happen? I love that page because there's no words. We just get to use our imagination. And that's the end of our book. So today, what we're going to do is you are going to draw me 3 pictures, and you are going to draw me your first picture. I want it to be something that happened at the beginning of the story. And for your second picture, it's going to be something that happened in the middle of the story. And then for your third picture, it's going to be something that happened at the end of the story. So this is called a story retell, where you're going to tell me 3 things that happened in the story. Something that happened at the beginning, something that happened in the middle, and something that happened at the end of the story. And then you guys are going to take a picture of it and send it back to me on Seesaw so I can see how you did. I hope that this book doesn't find you guys in a bad mood or with a stick. I miss you guys tons and tons, and I can't wait to see what you're up to. I've seen lots of pictures of the adventures of the flat teachers. So if you have any more pictures to share with us with our adventures with you, we'd sure love to see them. Okay, talk to you soon, guys. Bye.